All right, so I wasn't even planning to share this, but my friends in our group chat were like, you need to let this out somewhere. So here I am. I'll probably hate myself for this later, but it's late and I'm still pissed. I'm Harper, 29, stuck in a tiny apartment with a view of the dumpster and a dog who loses it every time a breeze hits a branch. My boyfriend Owen, 31, and I have been together for 2 years, which apparently is just long enough to figure out someone might not be who you thought. Also, for context, I've got a sister, Lila, who's always thriving 3 time zones away, and a mom who sends me daily texts to stay hydrated. This whole mess started last week, but the odd vibes kicked in earlier. Owen's been acting strange, not in a blatant way, just little things that don't quite fit. He's been keeping his phone screen down, switched his lock screen from a goofy photo of us to one of his dog, which, fine, but he didn't mention it. Then he started claiming he's swamped at work, which sure, who isn't, but it felt like he was always too busy for dinner or anything that lasted more than an hour. Then I got sick. Like really sick, not just a cute cold. I'm talking a fever that makes your whole body hurt. Monday night, I'm burning up, dragging myself to the fridge for some juice, and right then Owen texts me, "Hey, can you help me pack for my work trip tomorrow?" I'm slammed and can't find my green tie. I just stared at my phone, wondering why this is suddenly my problem. But I said okay because that's what you do, right? I was hoping he'd notice I was half dead and say, "Forget it, rest." Nope. So there I am, barely coherent, sorting his clothes while he's pacing my living room on a call, not even looking at me. I'm coughing so hard my vision blurs, and he's just shuffling stuff from one spot to another. I ask if he's got his charger, and he barely glances over, says he'll use the hotel's. He mentions the trip is for client meetings, whatever that means. And it's now 3 nights, not 2, like he originally said. I point out the change, and he brushes it off like I'm being paranoid for asking. The kicker? He doesn't even say thank you. Just grabs the suitcase, pecks my forehead, and I'm like, great, now you're definitely sick. He laughs it off and leaves. Not a proper goodbye, just a, text me if you need me. Sure, okay. The next few days were a haze of soup, terrible TV, and work emails I could barely process. Owen sends a couple texts, nothing deep, just busy day or off to dinner, but no real details. I start feeling like I'm texting a stranger. I tell my mom I'm sick, and she offers to send me soup via delivery, which I accept because I could barely stand. 3 days later, I'm up at night, scrolling Instagram stories because sleep's not happening, and I get a "you've been tagged" notification. It's from an old college acquaintance, Mara, who I haven't spoken to in forever. She's at some pool party at a downtown hotel. I tap it, expecting nothing but maybe a familiar face. Then I see him, Owen. In the background of her group photo, unmistakable. Shirtless by the pool, shades on, drink in hand with a girl, blonde in a bikini practically in his lap. Not just a random person, but close, her arm around him, laughing at something he's saying, and he's got that smile he only uses when he thinks nobody's watching. Not his work smile, the real one. I freeze. I don't even react at first, just stare. I zoom in, thinking maybe I'm imagining it. I'm on cold meds, after all. But no, it's him. Same watch, same dumb tattoo. I scroll through Mara's story and there's more. Owen playing some poolside game, Owen at a bar with a group, Owen definitely not in a conference room. I feel so stupid. I packed his suitcase, I folded his clothes, I even put those mini toothpastes in a Ziploc because he always forgets, and he's out there. What, partying? Cheating? I don't even know what to call it. I text him, nothing wild, just, "Hey, you at a pool party?" No reply for hours. I call, it goes to voicemail twice. Then he texts back, "Super busy, talk later." I'm shaking with anger now. I call again, and this time he picks up. I hear music, people laughing. He sounds half drunk, like I interrupted a punchline. I ask if he's actually on a work trip or just partying. He laughs, like full-on chuckles. Then he says, all casual, like he's commenting on the news, that I'm just there, reliable, safe, boring. Not the star of the show, just a stand-in. He says the other girl is who he has fun with, and I'm just someone to come back to when he's done. He says some people are for excitement, others for stability, and I'm the stable one. But he's not even sure he wants that anymore. Then he hangs up. I stare at my phone until it goes dark, then I chuck it at the wall. Not my finest moment, but it bounces. No damage, just a scuff on the paint. I sit there, not even crying, just drained. My dog curls up next to me, head on my lap like he knows something's wrong. I pet him because what else is there? I text Lila, but she's asleep, time zones. I don't call my mom because she'll just offer to drive over with soup and I'm too tired to explain. What kills me is how normal everything felt until it didn't. There were hints, sure, but nothing you'd pin down and say, that's the problem. Just a steady trickle of oddness you ignore because you're busy, sick, or because you trust someone. I spent a week making excuses for him while he was living a double life. I haven't blocked him yet. I know I should. Part of me wants to ask Mara if she knew, but honestly, I don't think I want answers right now. I'm exhausted. I keep glaring at the suitcase I packed for him like it's cursed. I want to toss it out. Anyway, that's my mess. I feel like I should be having a meltdown, but I just want to sleep and wake up with a normal life. I know that's not how it works, but yeah. I don't know what's next. I just know I'm done being the backup plan. Not sure what that means yet, but I'll figure it out. No clue why I'm posting this, maybe to see if anyone else has been this naive or if I'm missing something obvious. Do people just treat each other like this now? Is that a thing? Thanks for reading if you got this far. My dog's barking at the window again, so that's my sign to go. If anything else happens, I'll update. First update. Okay, so wow, thanks to everyone who commented or messaged after my last post. I wasn't sure I'd write again, but a few people said they wanted to know what happened next, and honestly, typing this out feels better than therapy I can't afford. I wish I could say I woke up the next day feeling like a badass, but nope. I woke up with my dog's tail in my face, a text from my mom saying, "Zinc boosts immunity," and 30 unread work emails. Life doesn't pause just because your world's falling apart, apparently. I didn't block Owen right away. For a couple days, I just stalked his stories. Pathetic, I know. Kept checking my phone, thinking maybe he'd call and say it was all a misunderstanding. Instead, he posted a photo of himself at a club with strangers, then one of his dog. For a moment, I doubted myself. I replayed our call in my head, wondering if I overreacted or misheard. But every time I remembered him saying stand in like it was a good thing, I got furious again. Not just at him, but at myself for being so accommodating. I was sick, running a fever, and still packed his bag like his personal maid while he was out being someone else's highlight reel. I felt like a fool. The weirdest part is how everything else stayed so normal. I still had to buy groceries, walk my dog, text Lila about her new place, and act like my life wasn't a wreck. I finally told my mom, and she said, "Maybe this is a chance to focus on you," which is such a mom line, but not helpful when your ex's stuff is still cluttering your space. Here's where things shifted. I'm eating cereal straight from the box because I forgot milk, scrolling mindlessly, and I see Owen posted a throwback pic of us from last summer with the caption, "Better Days." Like, what? Is he trying to play heartbroken? It hit me, his junk is still here. His sneakers, his old jacket, his collection of broken chargers. I text Brianna, my best friend who thrives on drama, and she's like, "Get rid of it, all of it. Don't let him waltz back in." So I did. Started with the shoes, worked my way up, ended up with 3 trash bags full. It felt good. I almost kept the jacket because it's cozy, but then I pictured him laughing at me on that call and tossed it in. I called a rideshare, loaded the bags, and dropped them outside his building. Texted him, "Your stuff's out front. We're done. Don't come near me." Then I blocked him everywhere. Phone, socials, even PayPal, because I'm not dealing with his "can you spot me for tacos" nonsense. I thought that was it. Done. But Owen doesn't do closure. A few days later, I'm at work, trying to focus when the front desk calls and says someone's here for me. I know before they say his name. He's in the lobby, holding one of those trash bags like a lost puppy. I don't know if he thought I'd cave, but I walked out, arms crossed, and said, "You need to go." He starts ranting, says I'm blowing this out of proportion, that I'm causing a scene, that no one else would put up with him after what I did. Which is laughable, because I'm not the one who lied. He tries to follow me inside, and I actually push him back. Not hard, but enough. He grabs my wrist, not gently, and I see red. I pull away and say, "Don't touch me." Security steps in, tells him to leave. He drops the bag, kicks it so hard stuff spills out, chargers, socks, a shoe bouncing down the hall, and storms off. I stood there, everyone staring, then grabbed the bag and dumped it in the trash room. Couldn't focus the rest of the day. My wrist ached where he grabbed it, and there was a faint mark. I kept replaying it, wondering if I should have shouted more, but I just wanted it over. When I got home, there was a note on my door in his scrawly handwriting. It was messy, full of apologies that weren't really apologies, calling me a heartless witch at one point, then saying he always thought I was too perfect to be fun. Make up your mind, dude. I tore it up and tossed it in the compost. My dog tried to sniff it. Classic move. Brianna started texting me that Owen's telling our mutual friends I lost it, went berserk, and that he's worried about his stuff. So now I'm getting weird looks from people I used to see all the time. One girl, who I thought was solid, DM'd me saying maybe I should have been kinder in letting him go. Like he didn't ditch me over the phone while at a pool party with another girl. Sure, I should have been nicer. I've been avoiding everyone. Muted a bunch of people, just trying to get through the week. My mom kept sending me casserole recipes. Lila kept texting me dudes are garbage memes. Thanks, Lila. The only thing that felt normal was walking my dog and watching him go wild at every leaf. Then, Saturday night, Owen called from a random number. I knew it was him. Who else calls? I didn't answer. He sent a text. I messed up. I miss you. I deleted it halfway through. Sunday, I came home and found one of his old hats jammed in my mailbox. Why? I didn't touch it, just shoved it deeper and left it. If the mail carrier wants it, they can have it. I don't know if that's closure or just moving forward, but it's something. If Owen tries anything else, I'm calling security before he even steps foot in my building. If anything else happens, hopefully not, I'll update. For now, I'm just eating soup, binge reality TV, and pretending this never happened. Thanks for reading. And if you're ever tempted to pack someone's bag while sick, don't. Second, update. Okay, so hey again, everyone. I didn't plan to post so soon, but the last week has been so bizarre and draining that if I don't get this out, I'll go nuts. Sorry if this is long, but if you're here for drama that's not even exciting, just messy, here's the deal. After the trash bag drop-off and Owen getting kicked out by security, still wild, that's my life event, I figured things would just peter out. Like, he'd block me, I'd block him. We'd both move on, maybe avoid each other at the pet store. But apparently Owen doesn't do quiet endings. Or maybe I'm not as forgettable as he thought. First odd thing was my mom calling Tuesday morning, not just to check if I ate breakfast, but because she got a call from my building's desk. Apparently someone showed up early, said he needed his earbuds, bullshit, and asked to be let up to my place. They said no, obviously, and called my emergency contact because he looked upset and was pacing outside. Now my mom's convinced I need a security system. I texted him one last time. Stay away from my building or I'll take this further. I made it clear and then blocked his new number. I'm exhausted, still recovering from being sick and running on coffee and stubbornness. Then I start getting messages from mutual friends, some I haven't seen in years, asking what went down. One guy, Nate, just dives in. So, did you really toss all Owen's stuff in the dumpster? No, I bagged it and sent it to his place, which is more than he deserved. He sends a shrug emoji and dips. Great. Then this girl, Claire, who's more Owen's friend, messages me saying maybe I should hear him out because he's really torn up. I give her the short version. He lied. He cheated. She says, that doesn't sound like him, and asks if I'm sure I didn't get it wrong. Like, yeah, I imagined the whole phone call and Instagram story. I didn't argue, just ignored it. Now I'm getting weird vibes from people I thought were chill or even had my back. Not everyone, but enough to make me doubt myself. Like, am I the unhinged ex? Did I overdo it? But then Lila sends me a screenshot from Owen's new story. She still follows him for the gossip. It's a photo of his dog with a caption, "Wish everyone was this loyal." It stings. I hate that people buy his pity act and don't see the real him. The next day, I noticed stuff disappearing from the building's mail area. My granola bars are gone one day. Then my dog's new collar is opened and tossed aside. I'm not saying it's him, but the timing's fishy. I ask the front desk. They say they'll watch, but it's probably anyone. I'm not going full detective, but I'm checking my door twice now. I decide to vent in person, because texting isn't enough. I meet Brianna for coffee, and we rant for hours. She says I did the right thing, that people always take sides, usually the loudest one. She's like, if anyone wants his side, they can have him. I laugh for the first time in days, but things are still heavy. The next day, I spot Owen lingering near my building, messing with his phone like he's waiting for someone. I take a detour, loop around, and only go in when he's gone. I email my landlord about my options if someone keeps showing up. He says if it continues, they'll send a warning. Maybe even call the police if it gets worse. Not ideal, but good to know. Then it does get worse. Saturday night, I'm watching some cheesy cooking show and my dog goes berserk. I check the peephole and see Owen pounding on my door, shouting loud enough to wake the neighbor's kid. He's slurring, and I can tell he's drunk even through the door. I yell at him to leave, but he keeps going, saying he just needs to talk. I say, go home, you're not coming in. He starts sobbing, then gets mad, throws his bag at the door. I hear something break. I open it after he's gone, and my plant pot is smashed, dirt all over the hall. I'm done playing nice. I call building management, report it, and they say they'll issue a warning. Next morning, my neighbor, a kind older woman who gives my dog biscuits, says she heard it all and will back me up if I need a witness. I thank her and apologize for the chaos. She just says, men are trouble, which true. Then at work, I get a call. On a Sunday. Apparently Owen messaged my former boss asking if I'd been acting weird lately, if he should be concerned about my mental state. I'm humiliated. Now I have to explain I'm not spiraling, my ex is just a disaster. So now I'm handling fallout everywhere. Gossip, Owen lurking, my mom calling twice daily, my dog jumpy at every hallway noise. I thought about moving, but that feels extreme and pricey. And why should I have to leave? For now, I keep my head down and act like it's not getting to me. The only good thing is, I'm fiercer about my limits now. When someone Owen tried a DM from a fake account, I blocked it without reading. I told my friends if they want to chill with him, fine, but I'm out. I told my mom if she's worried, send cookies, not crime stats. I even pushed back when my landlord grumbled about the noise. I said, I'm not the issue, and if you want good tenants, maybe deal with the creeps. He didn't say much, but he sent someone to clean the hall dirt the next day. Final update. Real talk, I wasn't going to post this. Who wants to admit their life's still a wreck after all this? But apparently I'm the lead in a drama nobody signed up for. This is for everyone who asked if Owen finally backed off. It's been about 4 months since the suitcase packing while sick, plus stand-in not star phone call, plus trash bag chaos. Life's been not great, not awful, just different. I moved 3 blocks away. Not because of him exactly, but my old landlord got annoying after the plant pot door incident, and rent spiked naturally. My new place is smaller, but the windows work and my dog's happier here. Less hallway noise, more sunny spots. I got a new couch off Marketplace, the kind you assemble and swear at for hours. My mom's still calling every other day, but it's shifted to what's for dinner, instead of is he still lurking. She sent me a box of those herbal teas she swears by, as if they'll ward off bad exes. Lila visited for a weekend, brought fancy coffee and her usual spiel about breakups being soul cleansing. She's not wrong, but she also bails before the mess hits, so I thought I was finally free. Then, last Saturday, I'm back from walking my dog, arms full of groceries, and the neighbor's kid, who's always trying to pet my dog despite her terror, says there's a guy crying outside my door. I laughed at first like no way, but then I hear the voice and know before I turn the corner. Owen, slumped on the floor, head in hands. He looks bad, not just crying bad, but hasn't slept or showered bad. He's got a bag, one of those cheap totes he always mocked. Guess he's out of options. I stand there, tempted to just turn around and pretend I forgot something. But the kid's watching, my dog's barking. So I walk up, set my groceries down too hard, and say, "What are you doing here?" Not mad, not emotional, just done. He starts rambling, says he's sorry, says he's been on his mind constantly, that things spiraled, that he misses me, that the other girl meant nothing, that he screwed up big time. He's crying real tears, and for a second, I almost feel sorry for him. But mostly, I'm just irritated he's dragging this here again after all this. I tell him to leave. This isn't his place anymore. He says he's got nowhere else, that his buddies are done with him. His words. And he doesn't know who to talk to. He tries to reach for my arm. Not gentle, desperate. And I pull away, hard. My grocery bag tips, apples spill, my dog barks louder. I say him again, louder, and neighbors start poking their heads out. He says, "You're the only one who ever got me," that he's lost without me. I step back, but he keeps going, grabs my arm, and I snap. I push his hand off, maybe too hard, and tell him to get out. He doesn't move. I tell him, "If you don't leave, I'm calling security, and this time I won't be so nice." He looks at me, like he's testing if I mean it. Then he begs, "Just one more shot, please." I say no way, and he doesn't like it. He starts shouting, says I wrecked his life. I'm trembling, not scared, just done. I say, "You did that yourself." He tries to push past me into my place, so I step up and slap him. Not proud, but it felt fair. He staggers back, stunned, and finally gets it. He grabs his bag, mumbles something, and stumbles off. I stand there as he goes, not shaken but shaken up. Neighbors whisper. The kid's mom gives me a look like, "Need help?" I shake my head, thank her, and start gathering my groceries and my composure. I call my mom, tell her, and she says she's proud I stood my ground. She offers to stay over, but I say I'm good. Lila texts later, says next time go for the throat. She's kidding, maybe. Next morning there's a note under my door. Sorry, and nothing else. I don't respond, don't unblock him. I toss it in the trash with the spilled yogurt and coffee grounds. The fallout's not done. My neighbor said Owen was crashing in his car for a bit, and someone said he tried staying with Nate's, but Nate kicked him out. One mutual friend texted that Owen's claiming I attacked him, but I don't care anymore. Let them gossip, pick sides. I know what happened, and so do the people who count. I wish I could say I feel empowered or healed, but I'm just glad it's quiet for now. Thanks for sticking with me. Hope your week's less chaotic than mine, and if your ex shows up crying at your door, you don't owe them a thing.